Alright, Shalom, this is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. I'm going to run into the lesson. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in the Most High with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understandings. And that's exactly what these bugged out jakes with their bugged out doctrines is doing. They're leaning to their own understanding, man. They're leaning to their own opinions, their own ways, their own thoughts. And the scripture says that the heart is wicked, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get that, man. The heart is deceitful. If I can spell that correctly. This is a Jeremiah 17:9. It says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So the heart is deceitful. So trusting in your own vain opinions is like trusting in deceit. If it's not according to the word of the Most High, it's not according to the doctrine that's taught by the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, then it's deceitful. You know, the most recent example is that I forgot his name. Salak. Let me get it real quick. Yeah, the most recent example is that Rap the News. And just by going up the title, you can tell that's bugged out. Just going about the title that man gave himself because the Most High put a judgment on him for denying Yahweh Shai. He put a judgment on him for being a false prophet. The scripture says, "Woe unto you!" The false prophets of Israel, they're a guaranteed woe or guaranteed destruction. I'm gonna get that. Woe unto you, false prophets. There's a few scriptures there's a lot of scriptures that speak of that subject. But speaking of that Rap the News, he was a false prophet. He denied the name of Yahweh Shai. And he had a lot of women followers, man. So, women, that just shows you that these women are wicked. These women are evil because they'll follow wicked and vain things. That says Jeremiah 5:31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will you do in the end thereof? And so they like that shit, man. They like that comfort, that smooth words doctrine, man. See if I can find a few more scriptures. Yeah, there's a few of them, man. This is Matthew 24:11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And yeah, and let's see if them bugged out women that follow that Rap the News. Let's see if they continue to forward that doctrine. You know, let's see what they do now that their teacher is gone. Now that their teacher received judgment of the Lord. 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even also there shall be false teachers among you. And that's one of them. That Rap the News was one of them. Who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. So that's what it is, man. That scripture has been fulfilled. And every scripture in the Bible is going to be fulfilled, man. Going back to Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, with all thy mind, and lean not into thy own understanding. That's the whole point, man. We don't lean to our own understanding, our own opinions. We don't make up our own doctrines, man. You got to be like the Bereans, search things out if they were so. Because every man has done his diligent homework when he came into this truth. He was convinced by the Spirit through the Word, through precepts, through the proof of the Bible, that the doctrine of Great Millstone was correct and true, because it made sense. All the puzzle pieces fit together. This is Proverbs 3 and 7. Be not wise in thine. Let's keep on going. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And then that's one thing that they didn't do. They didn't acknowledge this truth. So their path is being directed to destruction. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Because these bugged out dudes that got these bugged out doctors, the number one thing they try to do is sound deep. They want to look like they're on some type of level. So they bring in some new mystery that's been revealed only to them, or that they figure it out because they so fucking smart, right? But the scripture says, "Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil." Fear the Lord and depart from evil, man. So there's three things you got to do. Forget what you know, fear the Most High, and stop being fucking wicked. Those are three things. And the reward is what? It shall be health to thy navel, marrow to thy bones. On the Lord thy substance with the first fruits of all thine increase. That goes into, giving tithes and so on and so forth, man. That's a whole other topic. But these are the things that gonna maintain you in this truth, man. The Lord broke it down real simple. All you gotta do is look at the scriptures and read them. Let's get Psalms 146 and 3. This is Psalms 146 and 3. It says, "Put not your trust in princesses, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help." Put not your trust in princesses, because them people that follow these bugged out doctrines, they following men. They're following men. Oh, he has the truth. And the only reason they following these men is because they're giving you a more smoother option than what the truth is. They're saying something that's agreeable to you. When the scriptures clearly say that this truth is not going to be agreeable to you, it's going to offend. It's supposed to offend. And that's why they turn to these bugged out doctrines, because they're offended from the truth. Because the truth at its very heart and soul, it offends. And that's in the scriptures too. It said it cuts a two-edged sword, man. Let's get that scripture. It says Hebrews 4 and 12. "For the word of Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." So it's gonna cut your bullshit. It's gonna reveal your bullshit to yourself. It's gonna reveal your wickedness, your slothfulness, whatever the fuck's you doing off. The scriptures are gonna reveal that unto you. And that's why these people they go to these bugged out doctrines, because they're offended with what the truth says, man. That's just plain and simple. That's just what it is. I'm gonna get a few more scriptures. Let's get Proverbs 28 and 26. It's Proverbs 28 and 26, and it says, "He that rebuketh, he that trusteth in his own heart is a fool." So that's exactly what that is, man. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. And we just give you the breakdown of how to walk wisely, man. We give you the 3-step process, as the scripture says, of how to walk wisely. But it says, "He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool." You know what I'm saying? If you trust in your own opinion, you're a fool, because for one thing, you don't know shit. You want to sound deep, but you're not deep. You're trying to create a following, but it's all for false teachings, man. Get Jeremiah 9:23. Few more scriptures. I'm gonna close it out. Jeremiah 9 and 23, and it says, "Thus saith the Most High Power, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom." So if you got this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you're not supposed to let it puff you up. But the scripture says knowledge puffs you up, man. You got to keep it humble. The scripture says in the Apocrypha, "The greater thou art, the more humble thou must become." Let's go ahead and get it, man. Go ahead and get it, Slock. Sirach 3 and 18 says, "The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Most High. Many are in high place and in renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek." And that's exact opposite of what these bugged out Jake do. They puff themselves up, man. They puff themselves up. They put themselves on a pedestal. They put themselves in a position. They give themselves titles. So they're not following these scriptures. That's another thing that reveals a false teacher, man. You look at the apostles and the great millstone. You don't see them bigging themselves up, man. They doing the work like all the other brothers doing the work. They making videos like all the other brothers doing videos. They out there on the highway and hitching like all the other brothers on the highway. They're not putting themselves on a higher status, even though they are. They're not trying to elevate themselves. But what they first and foremost are doing is giving an example. You know, that's the scriptures too. It says that you got to be an example to the flock. Let me get that. Let's see here. Yeah, 1 Peter 5 and 3. It says, feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you. And then that's exactly what they apostles and others are doing, and all the brothers, sincere brothers in great mills do. Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being examples to the flock. And that's what the elders of Great Millstone, that's what they do. They are examples to the flock, man. Let's get up Romans 12 and 6. I'm going to close it out on that. This Romans 12 and 6. It says, having then, 16, Salak. It said, be of the same mind one to another. You know, so all our doctrine agrees with one another. We don't have no differences in belief. I'm talking about Great Millstone and those that follow the doctrine of Great Millstone, not making up their own bullshit. Be of the same mind one to another. Mind not hide things. See, so we're not supposed to be on that trying to get that status type fucking mentality, man. But condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. And that goes back to Proverbs 5. Lean not to their understanding, man. In all thy ways acknowledge me, he shall direct thy path. So that's what it is. If you want to be sincere in this truth, then you're gonna be meek. You're gonna adhere to the scriptures. You're gonna follow the true commandments, man. You're gonna worship the Most High in spirit and truth. You're gonna follow the true teachings of the apostles and others of Great Millstone. With that being said, man, it's a real quick lesson. Most High will and hope is edifying. Then we'll give honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Kal Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Brothers keep on pushing. Shalom.